Hello, hello, everyone. It is Freya at the Mount Washington Medium. First, thank you all for joining me here today. I'm excited to do something a little bit different, some bonus content. We're going to ask the question, what are they thinking about you right now? Okay. And I also want to start by saying if you are not watching this reading on the Mount Washington Medium YouTube channel, so if you look down and you're not on the Mount Washington Medium channel, go over and get subscribed to that channel. That is the new channel. That is where all of the new content goes. And for everyone, if you're new or if you are on a different channel watching this right now, and I can't say the name, unfortunately, but if you're on that channel right now, my old channel, we do daily content. We do daily reads. We do weekly astrology forecasts, and we're doing more and more, and we have more and more things like this planned. So I did drop some links in the chat. There is a subscriber special for video readings, and that is not a promotion. That is offered through my official business website. That is only an offer that is available to YouTube subscribers, or if you got here through my Facebook page, that applies to you as well. There's also a link. Tips, donations are super appreciated, and thank you so much to everyone who does contribute or give a bit of energy exchange. It's means so much. Thank you so much. And yeah, check out the description box for lots of other links. The official website link will be there if you wanted a live reading or something like that. And you can check out the newsletter, you can check out reviews, all of those sorts of things. But let's get into why we're here. Okay, and I've pulled out the Universal Wyatt Tarot deck, and this is the Angel Tarot deck by Radleigh Valentine, which I love. This deck. Okay, so let's start out with Aries. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to combine these, but we're going to. So I do channel. I'm a medium. I'm channeling. So it's more than just the interpretation of the cards here for me. So if you were live, so I don't get to edit. So if you hear me pause or things like that, it's please know that I'm listening for the guidance. I'm listening for the message. And this reading will resonate most with people who have a connection with someone. Okay, so maybe you're in disconnect, maybe you're in a situationship, but this will apply to people where there is there has been some type of mutual exchange of interest. Okay, so in other words, this isn't really going to apply, if you're tuning in and you ran into somebody that you found attractive on the subway and there really wasn't any interaction or discussion. So I hope that's making sense. So you have some type of a connection with this person. Okay, so Aries, what is your person thinking of you here today? All right. All right. So Aries, the cards that have drawn for you is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, the Six of Wands upright, and Major Arcana, Major Energy, the Temperance card in the reverse. So here's the thing. If you wondered if the person on your mind is thinking about you, they are. Okay, so they are thinking about you. And please don't shoot the messenger, okay? I can only bring through what comes through for me. If it's not your story, it's not your story, okay? So your person is thinking about you, if that was a question. But this is like, when we look at this energy, okay, this is the need for healing, not getting it. This is feeling unbalanced, unstable in the physical world. Okay, so challenged with money, challenged with finances, or just scattered or anxious. The need for healing, but not getting it. Okay, so there's like this acknowledgement that there's this acknowledgement that, you know, this person recognizes, and when they think of you, they think of the fact that you need some help with this scattered energy, perhaps, need some healing around this, and you're like resistant to it. Okay, that's kind of the thought. And then smack dab in the middle, okay, of their energy is this sense of like celebration, celebratory type of energy. So they're thinking about you. And this is not coming across in like the most positive light. Okay, I'm sorry to say. And that energy can always change. This sense of them feeling as though you're scattered or you're in need of healing may actually be a blockage uh, that's affecting the connection between the two of you. Let me just hear if anything else comes through about this, because it is like they're kind of happy, they're celebrating, um, spending a lot of time socializing, that sort of thing. So they're kind of like up on their high horse, is really what I'm hearing. Um, so this person, appears to be in a very ego-based energy, and feeling is that now whether you're scattered and need healing, okay, or you're financially unstable and need to take care of that, that may not be true. Okay, but this is the perception, this is the thought of this person right now. So it could be that they're just in a very ego based energy, up on the high horse, I heard specifically. And so maybe they are just up on their high horse and just kind of looking down at the situation, only seeing the negative of the situation right now. But point being, they are still thinking about you. There is still this connection with you that they have not fully let go of. So they may be in a bit of a lower vibration about it now. But when I see this type of message come through, this is energy that changes pretty rapidly. Okay, so all hope is not lost, I might say. But again, if it's not your story, it's not your story. Watch your rising sign or your Venus sign, uh, something to get some additional context. Okay. Taurus, what is your person thinking about you? Okay. Just want to listen here for a second, Taurus. Okay, so what came out for you is the Hermit, Major Arcana, Major Energy in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Page of Cups in the reverse. And I just want to get a little bit more on this. Okay, Ace of Water upright. Page of Water upright. Okay, so Page of Water and Page of Cups. Okay, same energy basically. One is reversed and one is upright. So first of all, Taurus, if you are wondering if your person is thinking about you, I do get very heavily that yes, they are, like on a regular basis. And they are having this kind of internal battle. So what I'm kind of hearing is this is going to resonate for a Taurus who is in like complete disconnect with the person that they have come to this reading for. Complete disconnect. Okay, so no contact for like at least a month or something. Possibly a year. Okay, so there's been some time, or it feels like forever. Okay, there's this sense of like the passage of time, or the feeling as though we've been waiting a very long time for communication, for reconnection. And the Page of Cups does represent like communication, like small communication, like, a text, something online, something of that nature. So when we ask, what is your person thinking about you? The first thing that really pops out to me is they are thinking about you. And we have the Ace of Water here, which is, a representation of love. On the bottom here it reads, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. And again, I channel, I read intuitively. So it isn't just the cards for me. So this indicates to me that there's still a really strong emotional connection that this person has with you. So they still hold a great deal of emotion for you. It's like deep, deep emotion. In fact, I feel like this is likely a person who maybe is a water sign. Okay, Pisces specifically is coming through. So, Taurus, if you're dealing with a Pisces, this would particularly apply to you and your person, or any water sign. There's kind of a lot of energy here. I mean, there's earth here too. And so anyway, so they are thinking about you. They're thinking of their emotions for you. It is not easy for them to be in disconnect with you. Okay. But I feel like they're making it appear that it's easy. It's like they're living it up, or you have mutual friends and things seem fine with this person. It's a facade, is kind of what I'm hearing. Because underneath the surface, okay, underneath the poker face, so to speak, it is not easy for them. And what they're doing is they're constantly having this internal battle of whether or not to reach out, whether or not to reconnect. Is it the right time? Would you be receptive? That sort of thing. It's like back and forth, back and forth. I mean, I even get like this image of like picking up the phone and typing out a text message and then just not sending it, or picking up the phone and getting ready to call and just not doing it. This person also, for some of you, may even get like weird calls that the person hangs up, or you get like a voicemail that hangs up right away. And it's like this person, they just want to hear your voice for a moment, but they don't want to actually have a conversation just yet. I mean, they do. There's just this fear energy. And what I get is there's like this sense of they don't have enough to offer you. Perhaps they feel like you're out of their league, is coming through. Um, Wanting to come correct. Okay, so this is a person who thinks of you, thinks of their emotion, uh, for you, this emotional bond that they still have with you. Okay, you could even feel this person's energy at times, because the emotional bond is strong, is what I'm hearing. And it's like they want to come out of hiding, they want to come out of disconnect, okay, resurgence of the relationship. They want that, but they want to do it the right time. Okay, there's something about the timing here, because they want to have something to offer you, or they want to be able to offer you what you deserve. Reciprocity, I heard. um, and they also are not quite sure how you would respond to them, so they have this like internal battle. Do I reach out? Do I not reach out? So you're on the mind heavily, and you're on the in the heart space heavily, uh, with your person Taurus. Really, emphasis on that message if you're dealing with a water sign, specifically Pisces. All right, Gemini, what is your person thinking about you right now? Okay, I don't always take popped cards. Um, but that was like a big fat yes, when that card popped out. Okay, Gemini, what is your person thinking of you right now? So there is a lot of thought about reaching out. Okay, there's a lot of thought about you, but like no action. There's just like no action with this person. Um, So I feel like for Geminis, this would have been like a very high intensity, when it comes to like physical attraction, that sexual chemistry, that sexual energy. Um, and I also get the sense of like there being some kind of a gap, with this person. So like an age gap, maybe, or even like a status gap. And I mean no disrespect by that, but it's like somebody's like middle class and somebody's like way upper class or something like that. Or like in the workplace, that you're at one level and this person is your boss, or vice versa, but like a gap. Could be a geographical gap as well. Um, could be a combination of those things, like age gap and there being something in the workplace here, for some of you, or at a minimum, it started out that way. Something about that. Um, so we have Knight of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and then the Fool is what popped out for you when we asked the question, what is your person thinking about you? So they are thinking about you. Um, this isn't like on a daily basis. This isn't consistently, is what I'm hearing. Please don't shoot the messenger. And look, if it doesn't resonate with you, don't take the message. Um, but what I really get is when they do think about you, they think about how attractive you are, how attractive your energy is, how charming you are. There's something about the way that you talk, your sense of humor, that they really enjoyed as well. So they think about those things, they reminisce about those past interactions. And there's a lot of regret about having an opportunity with you and not fully taking advantage of it. So, not fully offering you what they really wanted to offer you. Maybe they didn't offer you anything at all. And there's a lot of regret about that. And I almost never take the fool card to mean foolish. Okay. But in this case, and again, I'm a medium, I channel, it's not just the cards for me. Your person, when they think about you, they feel foolish. Like, what did I do? I had a chance. I had chemistry with Gemini. I had a chance. I blew it. It was foolish. It was foolish. They feel foolish. There's a regret. So when they think about you, which again, I don't get, is they're not obsessing about you or anything like that. And that's not a negative thing. They do think about you periodically, or something might remind them of you. Um, And when they do, they really regret not stepping up when they had a chance. And just how attractive, just, I mean, like a strong chemistry. Like you could like cut the air with a knife when the two of you were in the same space. Um, and having that opportunity and like blowing it, not taking advantage of it, feeling foolish. But here's the thing, like these nights are, completely stopped here. And so this is not a person who where there is an energy of like an action or intention that's coming through. So they do think of you. They think of you fondly. They reminisce about you. They regret their choices that they made with you. But this isn't an energy of like taking any action here in the future. And again, these kinds of energies can always change. Nothing is set in stone. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But they're really regretting it, Gemini. It's like, I was a fool. I was a fool. Okay, we're going to go on to Cancerians. Cancerians. All right, what is your person thinking about you? Ace of Swords. Ooh. Eight of Wands. Page of Wands. All right. So if you're a Cancerian, particularly if you're dealing with a fire sign, it doesn't have to be that. Okay. Or if you're a Cancerian with like a fire rising, something like that. Okay. Um, your person is, this is thought energy. Okay. So your person is thinking about you, and they're trying to figure it out, is the sense that I get here. um, again, I channel, I'm a medium, so it isn't just the cards for me. And I keep repeating that because I know people will go to the timestamps, and some people may not have heard it the first or second time. Uh, so a couple of things here that I'm hearing. So this is going to um, be particularly strong message if you are um, a Cancerian who has traveled recently, or if you are a Cancerian where there is a geographical distance between you and your person, uh, or there is a what some may consider a significant age gap. Okay, so maybe your person is younger than you, and that's really uh, not really your type. If you had a type, this person wouldn't necessarily be your type. And it could be because they're younger than you, or there's some other kind of age gap, or this person could just like be a very young spirit, or be a bit immature, or be young at heart, something like that. But geographical gap and travel is coming through as like validating messages for anybody who's watching that's a Cancerian. That's going to be particularly a strong message. So they are thinking about you, and there's some type of external restriction, and it could be a geographical gap, or it could be an age gap, something like that. But there is external restrictions. Okay, and your person is trying to come up with new ways of figuring out those external restrictions. It, this person is like planning essentially how to reconnect with you, or how to resurrect things with you, because it doesn't feel like external things have necessarily changed. So your person is trying to think of things in a different way, or think of a workaround, you know, to get these barriers down. Because whatever these external things are, it doesn't have much to do with the actual connection between the two of you, which is really fiery, really strong. And there's like a high degree of intellect involved here as well. And there may also be like a bit of like a telepathic connection, which I know sounds strange, but I'm just hearing that for some of you. Okay, your person could be at a distance right now, but maybe not forever. And just wanting to like race to you, wanting to communicate with you. This is very fast moving energy. So for Cancerians, your person has never stopped thinking about you, thinks about you constantly, and is thinking about ways to get back to you, to resurrect things with you, trying to figure it out. Okay. Whatever the barriers are, they're trying to figure it out so that they can come to you with this different perspective, or with new insights, with new ideas for how the two of you can reconnect. Okay. And for some of you, this involves like travel to be able to be in each other's physical presence. But this is very fast moving energy, meaning that this person really wants communication. Okay. And we have like a lot of indicators of communication here. So if you have been in disconnect with your person, this is a high indication that they're uh, would be some type of communication soon. This is very fast moving energy. Okay, and if you're like an often if you're like in a situation where there's off and on communication with your person, then you might soon have a conversation where like things are revealed, like what this person has been mulling over and thinking about and trying to just figure it out is just what I keep hearing. Okay, we're gonna move on to Leo. Okay, Leo, what is your person thinking about you right now? Okay, Knight of Wands reversed here. I'm sorry, King of Wands reversed, King of Swords reversed, and Eight of Wands upright. Okay, I want to get a little more on this. And then I'm going to listen for just a second what I'm hearing about this. Okay, Nine of Fire. And Nine of Earth. Okay, so you could be seeing increased signs and synchronicities in your day to day, nines specifically, or the next 9 days, 9 weeks, or the month of September may be significant to this connection in some way, shape, or form. There may be communication. Okay, 9 days, 9 weeks, the ninth of a month. But what really is resonating with me as I'm channeling here is in or around the month of September being the ninth month. Okay, so if you begin to see a lot of repeating nines after this reading, that's a pretty good indication of there being some kind of communication. For some of you, there could be travel in September. I'm sorry for the background noise. I got to turn my heater on for just a second. It's like freezing cold where I'm at. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so there is an indication here that in your connection with this person, okay, there's a high degree of passion, there's a high degree of physical attraction, and there's like a degree of intellect with this, like being attracted to one another's minds. And I hope that makes sense. Like you're able to, this person can hold a conversation, they can hold their own in a conversation, they're intelligent, they're well spoken, and they feel the same way about you. Okay. We have two kings here. So this could be an LGBTQ plus relationship. Doesn't have to be that. But it could be. And these are just validating points, okay? If you're watching and if that resonates with you, if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. So what this is telling me is that your person is thinking about you, but they're really like suppressing it. So it's like you pop up in the mind and they're like, no, and they push it away. They push the thoughts away. Okay, so I apologize. Please don't shoot the messenger. So they are, so this does feel like this person is in an energy of like trying to move on, trying to, see themselves as moving on. But they're having a difficult time with it, and they are still thinking about you. You're popping up in their mind on a regular basis, and they're like suppressing that energy. They're I'm just hearing like some of them could be like having mindfulness practices or may have started meditating, or maybe you have. to try to be more in the present moment, like Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. I'm also getting oddly. Um, so this is an overall message of like trying to be in the present and look forward. So in other words, not looking in the past where this connection might be for the time being. So person is thinking about you, but they are like pushing it down, pushing it down, pushing it down, suppressing those thoughts, suppressing those feelings. It, and it does appear that that changes at some point because it's like we get some unexpected communication or we unexpectedly bump into each other, something like that, that could totally shift this. Okay. All right. We are moving on to Virgo here. Okay, Virgo, what is your person thinking of you? What is your person thinking of you, Virgo? All right, Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Seven of Wands in the upright. Okay, and Queen of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so what I'm kind of hearing about this, Virgo, particularly if you were dealing with a fire sign, it doesn't have to be that, but um, so this would have been or is a connection that it's like you're not getting reciprocity or you didn't get reciprocity. Okay. It's like you give, you give, you give, you give to that connection and didn't really see it an equal exchange or equal effort by your person that you're here today for. And they do recognize that now. Okay, so when they think about you, they think about all that you gave to the connection or to them or how you showed up. And they didn't really. Okay, so, and it kind of feels like this is a person who may never verbally admit that, but internally they do. There is like this reference to like an acknowledgement that they understand that there wasn't reciprocity and maybe they were got very defensive. Okay, this is the Seven of Wands is a very defensive stance. It's a defensive position. It's winning at any cost for someone. So for some of you, your person could have just like took things to a whole new level of crazy or something like that. I'm just hearing because there was like this intense desire to like just come out on top. Um, and there's a recognition of that too. There's like an acknowledgement of that too. And I feel like this is going to resonate mostly with those Virgos who like saw this behavior, you know, weren't getting the reciprocity, person was very defensive, things of that nature, and you kind of shut it down. And there's like a lot of regret now. Okay. So they are thinking about the connection is more of what I would say. So when we ask the question, what are they thinking about you? Um, for Virgos, this feels like they when they think about you, it's more about the overall connection and their own shortcomings in the connection. Still finds you very attractive. There could be some like looking at your social media or something like that, because it's like they're aware of you still. some way, somehow, and still very attracted to you, still find your energy very attractive, but it's like they're not seeing anything from you now at this point. So this does appear, and I get like the X. I'm seeing like this X symbol. It's like stalemated. Okay, so this person is having a bit of a hard time, though they may not admit it, and they may be putting on the show that everything's okay with them. Um, and they're thinking you're as attractive as ever, and you wouldn't give them the time of day. You would laugh them right out the door if they were to try to approach you again. All right, we're going to move on to Libra. Okay, Libra. What is your person thinking? Ace of Wands upright. Page of Pentacles upright. Queen of Wands upright. Okay. So this is a high intensity, like physical connection, at least for your person. Okay. There could be an age gap here. Okay. Where this is like an older feminine energy with a younger male energy. Okay. It doesn't have to be that, but that's just something that's coming through. This is like, okay. So I don't know how to put this like in a PG way. So your person is definitely thinking about you and highly physically attracted to you. There is still a lot of like passion when it comes to the physical attraction. So they are spending a lot of time and thought about you, and this is like spending time in fantasy, if you get my drift. Like that's kind of what's coming through. And it is more than that, though. There is this sense of wanting to reach out. So I do feel like this would be a connection where there is either no contact or very little contact. Um, there may have even just recently been some contact. Okay, I just heard for someone. So they think about you in a physical way quite often, but there are other thoughts about you, your attractiveness, your energy, just all things that they find desirable and attractive and loving about you, and feeling as though maybe you're out of their league, maybe they don't have a lot to offer you, and maybe feeling as though you would just kind of turn away if they were to try to resurrect things with you or try to, come forward to you. Okay, and I'm just hearing for some of you, this is a connection that never really fully got off the ground. Okay, at least not to the extent of what was being felt. Okay, so it didn't really get off the ground. And if that's the case, this is a lot of fear energy with your person that they can't really offer you um, what they think you deserve, because like they see you as the queen or the king or whatever the case may be, and they see themselves as this person who couldn't give you all that you deserve or all they feel that you deserve. Feeling a bit inadequate, right? And maybe you're out of their league, or you're just in a league all on your own. So they have you like up on a pedestal here. And if they were to offer you what little they have to offer you, you would not be pleased with that. So it's like, so they keep it in fantasy, at least for right now. They're keeping it in, and it's like super visceral. Like you might even like feel this type of energy coming, from this person. They're thinking about you, and they're keeping it all in the fantasy world right now. Okay, we're gonna, in just a second, we're gonna move on to Scorpio. I just need a little I just need a little drink here for just a second. Excuse me. Okay. All right, moving on to Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, what is your person thinking about you? I don't always take popped cards, folks. I sometimes do, I sometimes don't. If you care at all why that is, you can drop something in the comments. I'll explain it in a future video, but I don't always take them. Okay, it just depends for me. So Scorpio, what is your person? Yeah, I'm going to take that one. Okay. 10 of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Okay, the Sun in the reverse. And the Emperor in the upright. So we got, two major arcana coming through. Scorpio, when we ask, what is your person thinking about you? So major energy. So this is going to resonate most for Scorpios who are here about a very intense, very powerful, very strong connection. You may even feel as though this person is like your twin flame, or something of that nature. Very powerful, like mind, body, spirit, very powerful connection. This is likely somebody that you had like an instant connection with, and there could be like some kind of gap, okay, associated between you and this person, like an age gap, geographical gap. Maybe you're from different parts of the world originally. Okay, there's some kind of gap there. All right. I'm just hearing for some Scorpio, this was like a workplace romance, and this person may have been your boss or been in a position significantly higher than you, or vice versa, and this created issues for the connection, external restrictions. Okay, but some kind of gap like that. Okay, so if the question was, is your person thinking of you? They are. They're thinking of you, and they're thinking about the overall situationship with you, or they're thinking of the overall connection with you. And it's like, it would appear that it's done, right? It would appear that things have ended, and it's final. Okay. And this is something that this person is having a very difficult time accepting, that it's over. Okay, so they may not be coming forward. They may not be making attempts at reconnection right here, right now, but they are having a very difficult time accepting that it's over. Okay, this 10 of swords is in the reverse, meaning that they don't want this. They don't want finality. They don't want it to be dead and gone, so to speak. And the sun card, often referred to as like the happiness card. This is like unhappiness. They're unhappy. Okay, so they're having a hard time here. Okay, so whatever went down between the two of you, and I get like for many of you, maybe it didn't have much to do with the actual connection between the two of you, but it was more like external circumstances prevented this connection from really fully getting started, even. I'm just hearing for some of you, but not so much the actual connection between the two of you. And I'm just hearing as I'm channeling here that the two of you are still very much connected. Okay, so you could feel this person's energy. You could be having vivid dreams about this person. You might even feel like you have a telepathic connection with this person. And I know that sounds odd, but signs and synchronicities and things like that, things that remind you of this person. And they are experiencing that as well. And this person, if it is a twin flame connection, they could be at this, they could be in any step of Dark Night of the Soul, but I'm getting particularly they could be like at the beginnings of it, or they could be uh, about ready to like come out of it. Okay, so beginning and end. But they are really in their emotions about things, very unhappy. This is heartbrokenness. Okay, but they are trying to like maintain, is kind of what I'm hearing. They're trying to maintain that, stoic person, right? Poker face type of person. So, but I feel like even people around them can tell that something's not quite right. But nevertheless, they're really trying to keep their composure in the workplace or keep their composure around others. But internally, they are just like a mess here. Okay. So we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Okay. Sagittarius, what is your person thinking of you? And for me, Sagittarius, I don't always take popped cards. If you saw some cards popping, I sometimes do, I sometimes don't. Okay, if you care at all why that is, you can drop something in the comments, and I'll address it in a future video. But I don't always take them. All right, 3 of Wands coming out. 3 of Swords in the reverse coming out. All right, and 6 of Cups coming out for Sagittarius. Okay, so this would have been, a really intense connection that you have been in likely complete disconnect with this person. Okay, so healing from heartbreak. All right, trying to heal from heartbreak. So yeah, so this is kind of what I get as I channel here. Um, it's not just about the cards for me. And what I'm kind of hearing, Sagittarius, is that this is a person who may have spent a long time waiting for things to get better between the two of you, or waiting for things to come back together between the two of you. And that whole time, it was just like heartbreaking, to be in that energy of waiting. And it's like they finally reached the place where it's like, okay, it's time to like maybe release the heartbreak and begin to heal and like stop waiting for Sagittarius. Okay, and this is a general reading, so this energies could be reversed. It could be you who has felt like you've been waiting for someone and are in a place where it's like even your inner knowing is telling you like it's time to release. Okay. But your person, they do think of you. This is reminiscing the Six of Cups energy. And this is seeing the past through rose colored glasses. So your person, they think about you, any interactions with you, um, any time spent with you, okay, whatever the case may be, they think about it very positively. Okay, it was a very good experience for them. They think very highly of you. They don't think anything negative. Okay, when they're in this energy, it's rose colored glasses. It's thinking of the past. And in this case, what we're asking for here is what they're thinking about you. So they're thinking about the past with you in a positive way to the exclusion of anything negative. Okay, so they think very fondly of you. They remember things very fondly with you. Okay, but this is primarily an energy of like releasing, okay, trying to heal from heartbreak. There is still heartbreak, there is still a desire to wait, but it's like the knowing that it's just the knowing that it's time to release, the inner knowing that it's time to release. Yeah. Release is just primarily what I'm hearing, and thinking very positively, reminiscing quite a bit, spending time in the past, in the mental space, reminiscing. Okay, trying to think of things very positively, and trying to heal, really. So this could be you, this could be your person, or it could be both of you, Sagittarius. All right, we're going to move on here to Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, what is your person thinking of you? All right, the Death card coming out in the reverse initially. Oh, the Devil card in the reverse. So two major arcanas coming out. Major arcanas coming out in the reverse. Three major arcanas coming out in the reverse. Okay. So your person is, most certainly is still thinking about you. Okay. There is this sense of like there being like an addictive quality about the connection between the two of you. So this person may have been in a bit of an obsessive type of energy. or the connection itself may have been a bit obsessive, or it could have been a codependent type of situation. Okay. And if that's not your story, don't take the message. Okay. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But you got the death card and you got the justice card and you got the devil card here. Okay. So this is breaking free of codependence, breaking free of obsession, breaking free of shackles. Okay, self harming behaviors and patterns and connections. Even this is knowing that it's over, but not really wanting it to be over, but knowing that it is. Okay. So this is resisting transformation, resisting the change, but not really doing anything to stop this change from happening. Meaning being in disconnect. So not really wanting to be in disconnect, but not really doing anything to change that. And when your person thinks about you, there's a sense of like it just not being fair, something just not being fair. Okay, so some of you could have been dealing with somebody who had an addiction or had something like that, and you just had to, for your own well-being, step away, and that really put things in perspective for that person, and they may not think it's fair, but they understand, and they actually could be on a road to healing now. For others of you, I mean, this would have been or is an extremely intense connection where it's like we're finally reaching a place of like coming out of obsessive energy, or the intensity is beginning to wear a little bit. Um, but we're still like resisting the change, and your person is still resisting the change, not really wanting you to be out of their life, or not really wanting things to be the way they are with you. But again, they're not doing anything to change it, and it feels really like unfair. Like there's something unjust, there's something unfair about this. Okay, and this devil card could represent a third party in the situation. So it's like you've got this really intense connection with this person, and it is mutual, is kind of what I'm hearing, that the level of intensity is very mutual, very mirrored. Um, but there's like this other person. Okay, there's this other person that prevents the two of you from coming together fully, and it's like not fair. But the thing that I keep hearing though is that there's like so much resistance to changing anything, to allow the two of you to come together fully, or come together in a more healthy way. Okay, so major energy here. So, every bit as much as you think about your person, they think about you. Um, Mirroring is kind of what I'm hearing. So, like, they have questions too. They're, yeah, it's just very similar. Is kind of the sense that I get, and like a major, like you probably feel like this person is like a soulmate, um, twin flame, something like that. Very intense connection here. Okay, we're gonna we're gonna move on to Aquarius. I'm just gonna take a moment to get a sip of water here. Okay. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, what is your person thinking of you? Okay. So Aquarius, Page of Swords in the reverse, Four of Cups in the upright, Page of Cups in the upright. So this is really an energy of like, okay, so this is going to resonate most with um, those Aquariuses that are here with a person, for a person where there is the complete disconnect. So either no contact or very, very little contact. Okay. Um, and this is an energy of like, this person has been like it's like, what is this person doing is kind of what I'm hearing, because they have such a strong desire to reconnect. And it's like the universe, they have every opportunity is kind of what I'm hearing. So this is like, you don't have this person blocked, nothing like that. They could reach out if they wanted, and they have such a strong desire to, but they just have not done that. Okay, but we have so many indicators of like communication here. So when this person thinks of you, there is a lot of thought about reaching out. Okay, and the two of you have like been through it a little bit. Okay, there's some turbulent emotion. Okay, so there's some things to work through. So this person does have a bit of fear energy. How would you receive them? Would you laugh them out the door? That sort of thing. So that does contribute to the holding back a bit, but not that much. Like it's a combination of fear, um, and it's a combination of fear and like the need to like be right is kind of what I'm hearing. The need to like win, if that makes sense. So there's like a competitiveness happening where it's like you're in this standoff of who's going to reach out first. So, still a very strong emotional connection. This person does not want things to be the way they currently are with you. Okay, so they want to see some type of positive change, and they want to see a communication restored, or the level or depth of communication between the two of you restored. And they've been holding back, have had a lot of opportunity to reach out. And it does seem like they do. Okay. So there is some indications here that there is some type of contact that comes forth from this person. So if you've been in this game of chicken, or if you've been waiting for communication with this person, you might just get it, Aquarius. Okay. And they're certainly thinking about you like on a regular basis, and wanting reconnection here. All right. And we're going to move on to Pisces. All right, Pisces. What is your person thinking of you? What is your person thinking of you, Pisces? Right, the High Priestess in the reverse. Okay, 5 of Wands in the upright. Okay, and Page of Pentacles in the upright. And I just want to hear a little bit more about this. So I'm going to pull a couple additional cards. I didn't do this for every reading, but some. Okay, Ace of Fire. And 2 of Fire. Okay, so intense energy, intense physical attraction here. So a lot of chemistry between you and your person is still, holding that passion type energy, that physical chemistry attraction for you. Okay, so this is going to resonate most for a Pisces. If you're here about a person that you're in disconnect with, and there was some discovery of information that led to some kind of dispute that led to disconnect. Okay, so there was like a secret or there was something being withheld from you, and you found out, and that kind of led to there being disconnect. Okay, because the High Priestess, okay, she holds information but keeps it to herself. Okay, and we see the High Priestess in reverse here, meaning that information leaked out in some way, shape, or form. Okay, and then we have conflict. Okay, and you're obviously in some type of disconnect with this person. But there is still a lot of fire, and particularly if you are a Pisces dealing with a fire sign, if you're here for a fire sign. Okay, there could be some small communication coming forth from this person. And this person is like, it's like planning, okay, is the energy that's coming through. So they're wanting communication with you, they think of you, and it's like they're trying to figure out how to approach you, how to approach things. Um, and it's like they're trying to decide and they haven't decided yet. They're trying to figure it out. They're trying to figure it out. What's the best way? What's the best time? Because they want to, pages, they represent small offers of communication. Okay, that's what this person is wanting. Um, So they may reach out in some small way, okay, a text, a DM, something like that, kind of like a knocking on the door, testing the waters with you. But I feel like there's been like some major break in trust or some, betrayal here. So this is a challenging energy, but the two of you have like this such a strong like energetic connection, like almost a cord between the two of you, which I know sounds strange. It's very hard to disconnect from this person, and they're having an equally hard time disconnecting from you. And in fact, it's like they want to resolve conflict with you, and it's like in their mind, whatever this was that came out was minor. And so it feels like the reference is kind of like it wasn't so much the information that came out for many of you, it was the fact that it was hidden from you. That was the major issue. And so this person believes that this can be resolved and is trying to like figure out how to approach you about that. Okay, so they're thinking about you. They're thinking about if, how, and when to approach you. And I feel like they do. There's some indicators here that they do break their silence and reach out to you, or they breach the subject of intimate partnership with you or reconciliation with you. Okay. All right. Well, that was something a little bit different. So I hope you all enjoyed that. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. We do daily readings. Um, so hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and if you do, maybe I'll see you tomorrow morning. You can check out today's collective energy or any of the other readings on the channel. There's also the astrology forecast for the week. And tomorrow is like a big day in terms of uh, the astrological transits and the influence that they're having. So if you haven't checked that out, you can check that out. It's all up on the Mount Washington Medium channel. And again, if you're watching this on the other channel, come on over and get subscribed to the Mount Washington Medium channel. Okay. Check the description box. There's lots of links in there, subscriber special on video readings. And for right so far, I've been able to turn around video readings really quickly, like same day, pretty much. Now, of course, that could change depending on demand, but I'm just saying, if you want like some personal attention to your specific situation, there's like really isn't a wait for those right now, not a long wait at least. You can check out my official website, folks. I am a business. There's reviews there, my bio's there, my history is there. There's newsletters there. There's lots of stuff there. Oh, and also, uh, get entered to win a free reading. We're doing a raffle. Raffle tickets are $1. Um, it's we're giving away at least one live reading. Okay, so that's like $120+ value. So get your raffle ticket. That's linked in the description as well. And yeah, thanks so much for everybody who joined here live. I did see some people popping in and out. And if you're watching the replay, thank you. And hopefully, we start getting some traction on some of these things, and I'll start to do more things like this. All right. Thank you so much. You can get your orders in and you can get your raffle tickets, and all of those links are in the description box. Take care.